Today we're going to be practicing how to describe transformations of functions using the OMG math method. The directions state, describe the transformation, and it gives us transformations are of the form a times a function f x minus h plus k. The first thing we observe in this problem is that we are given an a value of 3, an h value of 2, and a k value of 1. Keep in mind that I've written down h as a positive number because if it's given to us with the minus sign in front, that means we plugged in a positive number to keep it as x minus h. Our mission is to describe what is happening. So describe what a, h, and k do to the parent function y equals absolute value of x. Our game plan is to know what a, h, and k all do to the problem. Since our a value is bigger than 1, we know the first thing that happens is that there is a vertical stretch. Since our h value is positive, if h is positive, we shift to the right. So we shift right 2 units. The last thing is our k value. Our k value is a positive 1. If k is positive, we shift up. So we are going to shift up 1 unit. We have now described what a, h, and k do to the parent function y equals absolute value of x, so we are finished. To make sure we really understand how to describe a transformation, let's try it with a different function and a different a, h, and k value. For this problem, we observe that we have an a value of -1, an h value of -1, and a k value of -6. We found those numbers because a is the number in the very front. Since there is no number given but there is a negative sign, we know that there is a 1 right here. So our a value is -1. Since there is a plus sign right here, the only way to subtract and end up with a positive number is if you had plugged in a negative number. So our h value will always be the opposite of what it is in the parentheses. So since it is a positive 1, we'll write it down as a -1. Our k value is -6 at the end. Our mission is to describe what a, h, and k do to the parent function y equals x squared. Again, we're going to refer to our chart, our key, to tell us what each a, h, and k value does to the function. Because our a value is a -1, we know that there is no stretch or compression because it is not greater than or less than 1. However, because it is negative, we know it reflects over the x-axis. The next thing we look at is our h value. Since our h value is -1, if h is negative, we shift to the left. So we shift left 1 unit. The last thing we look at is our k value. Since our k value is negative, that means we are going down. So we shift vertically down 1 unit. Thus we have found all the transformations that happen with a, h, and k, so we are finished with transformations of functions. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. If you want to get better at math, subscribe to my videos here. If you want more information on math, click on my website link here.